your body is approximately 66% water, which is not distributed evenly. It is separated into compartments, and fluid moves back and forth through cell membranes to maintain equilibrium. Fluid compartments include intracellular fluid, or ICF, which is inside the cells, and extracellular fluid outside the cells. Extracellular fluid includes plasma, interstitial fluid, and localized fluids like CSF. Edema is a condition where fluid accumulates in the interstitial compartment. This can be caused by a blockage of lymphatic vessels, a lack of plasma proteins, or sodium retention. Fluid balance means the amount of fluid intake equals the amount of fluid output. The average daily intake is 2,500 milliliters from fluids, food, and metabolic water. Output is also 2,500 milliliters through urine, feces, perspiration, and insensible perspiration. Electrolyte balance is maintained when the concentration of individual electrolytes in the body fluid compartments is normal and relatively constant. Electrolytes are dissolved in body fluids. Sodium is the predominant extracellular cation, and chloride is the predominant extracellular anion. Bicarbonate is also found in extracellular spaces. Potassium is the predominant intracellular cation, and phosphates are the predominant intracellular anion. Aldosterone regulates sodium and potassium levels at the kidney tubules. Because of the influence of sodium and potassium, water moves between compartments. For example, high sodium levels cause water to move from the intracellular to the extracellular space due to osmotic pressure. Other electrolytes that are balanced in the body include calcium, magnesium, phosphate, and chloride. Imbalances result in conditions such as hypercalcemia or hypomagnesemia. For acid-base balance, blood's normal pH is 7.2 to 7.45. A pH below 7.2 is acidosis, and above 7.45 is alkalosis. 3 buffer systems maintain normal blood pH buffers, removal of CO2 by lungs, and removal of H+ ions by kidneys. The buffer systems include protein buffer systems, such as amino acid, hemoglobin, and plasma protein buffers. There are also phosphate buffer systems and the carbonic acid bicarbonate buffer system. The respiratory system maintains acid-base balance by removing carbon dioxide, which directly affects the carbonic acid bicarbonate buffer system. The urinary system removes H+ ions via the kidneys. Disturbances to acid-base balance include respiratory acidosis, respiratory alkalosis, metabolic acidosis such as lactic acidosis or ketoacidosis, and metabolic alkalosis. This video continues with a review of acid and base balance and imbalance. pH is defined as the negative logarithm of the hydrogen ion concentration. The range is 0 to 14. A high hydrogen ion concentration means the solution is acidic with a pH below 7. A low hydrogen ion concentration means the solution is basic or alkaline with a pH above 7. This image provides an overview of the pH scale and the concentration of hydrogen ions. This scene provides a visual representation of how a buffer works to resist pH changes. Acids are hydrogen ion donors. Bases are hydrogen ion acceptors, or give up hydroxide ions in solution. Acids and bases can be strong, meaning they dissociate completely, or weak, meaning they only partially dissociate. Homeostasis of pH is tightly controlled. Extracellular fluid pH is 7.4. Blood pH is 7.35 to 7.45. pH below 6.8 or above 8.0 can be fatal. Acidosis is below 7.35, and alkalosis is above 7.45. This image illustrates the narrow range of normal blood pH. Small changes in pH can cause major disturbances, as most enzymes only function within narrow pH ranges. Acid-base balance can also affect electrolytes and hormones. The body produces more acids than bases, coming from foods, the metabolism of lipids and proteins, and cellular metabolism producing CO2. CO2 reacts with water to form carbonic acid. This slide displays an image related to acid production and CO2. Acid control is managed by buffer systems, which take up or release hydrogen ions to minimize pH change. Buffer pairs, a weak acid and a base, exchange a strong acid or base for a weak one. The bicarbonate buffer, made of sodium bicarbonate and carbonic acid, maintains a 20:1 ratio. It works to stabilize pH through chemical reactions shown on the screen. The phosphate buffer is a major intracellular buffer and works through the reactions shown here. Protein buffers, including hemoglobin, work in the blood. The carboxyl group gives up hydrogen ions, and the amino group accepts them. Side chains on 27 amino acids can also buffer hydrogen ions. Respiratory mechanisms control acids through the exhalation of carbon dioxide. This is powerful, but only works with volatile acids. Body pH can be adjusted by changing the rate and depth of breathing. Kidney excretion is the most effective regulator of pH. Kidneys can eliminate large amounts of acid, excrete base, and conserve and produce bicarbonate ions. If the kidneys fail, pH balance fails. Buffers function almost instantaneously. Respiratory mechanisms take several minutes to hours, and renal mechanisms may take several hours to days to correct imbalances. This slide provides a visual summary of the body's acid and base control mechanisms. Acid-base imbalances occur when pH is below 7.35, known as acidosis, or above 7.45, known as alkalosis. The body's response to this imbalance is called compensation, which can be complete or partial. If the underlying problem is metabolic, respiratory compensation can occur through hyperventilation or hypoventilation. If the problem is respiratory, renal mechanisms can bring about metabolic compensation. The principal effect of acidosis is the depression of the central nervous system, leading to generalized weakness and deranged CNS function. Severe acidosis can cause disorientation, coma, and death. Alkalosis causes overexcitability of the central and peripheral nervous systems, resulting in numbness, lightheadedness, nervousness, muscle spasms or tetany, convulsions, loss of consciousness, and potentially death. This slide is blank and likely serves as a visual break. Respiratory acidosis is an excess of carbonic acid caused by blood CO2 levels above 45 millimeters Hg, known as hypercapnia. Chronic conditions include the depression of the respiratory center, paralysis of respiratory muscles, or emphysema. This slide includes a URL likely as a reference for additional information. Acute conditions causing respiratory acidosis include adult respiratory distress syndrome, pulmonary edema, and pneumothorax. The body compensates for respiratory acidosis when the kidneys eliminate hydrogen ions and retain bicarbonate ions. Signs and symptoms of respiratory acidosis include breathlessness, restlessness, lethargy, disorientation, tremors, convulsions, and potentially coma. The respiratory rate is initially rapid, then gradually depressed. The skin may be warm and flushed due to vasodilation caused by excess CO2. Treatment for respiratory acidosis involves restoring ventilation, administering IV lactate solution, and treating the underlying dysfunction or disease. This final slide is blank and likely serves as a visual break. Respiratory alkalosis is a deficit of carbonic acid caused by blood CO2 levels below 35 millimeters Hg, known as hypocapnia. This is often caused by hyperventilation, anxiety, high altitude, or fever.